Hello and welcome to my channel. I am Empress Real 1584, the Good Witch. If this is your first time visiting me, I would like to thank you. While you're here, please like, subscribe, and share this channel. By taking this action, you will be helping the channel to grow. Also, take a moment to read my About page so that you can have some understanding about who I am. I will never copy another person's work, nor will I ever copy another person's title. That is because I am authentically me. This work is a part of my bloodline. I thank you for visiting, and I hope that you will return. Please check out my other videos. All are welcome to share his or her story in the comment section below, because your story may be a helpmate to someone else. My channel is a no judgment zone place for healing in some sort of way. If my video does not resonate with you, please do not try to make it fit your circumstances at all. For anyone else and everyone else that the message does pertain to, take from it what will help you on your journey towards your happiness in every area of your life. Once again, I am Empress Real 1584, the Good Witch. This channel is all about healing, so let's begin healing together. I just want to thank everybody that shows so much love on the Aquarius reading. And I tried to reciprocate that love by commenting on everyone that left a comment. But straight up, I thank you. I have been under the weather, so I'm back. And the last few readings, I didn't show my face because we don't know each other like that. So you don't need to know what I look like when I'm under the weather, right? That's like you knowing what I look like naked. And to the person that reported me for being nude, oh, I can't stand liars. And what goes around comes back around again. Yeah, let me tell you. I don't know if any of you forgot what I did for a living, but this is my life. I promise you, this is my life. But we're going to do a Taurus reading. I was like, what sign should I do? And last night after the Libra reading, I was like, let me get down to Taurus. So I'm here. I'm back in my full strength. You may hear me barking a little bit. You know, that's that bronchitis, you know. So you may hear me barking. However, we're going to get through this reading. I hope everyone is doing well. You know, I got to put these things on, right? These are bifocals. You got to be careful what you say about people. When I was young and I would see people with thick glasses on and their eyes would look really itty bitty, I would just stare at them. And so one time, it was this chick, her name started with the letter H, right? Because she be watching me up here. We go back. And I said, why your eyes so little? So she took her glasses off. She like, this what I look like. And I'm like, shit, the same. So everybody that I saw with bifocals, their eyes would be so little and their glasses would be thick. But thank goodness it's 2025, so I could look up and see things one way, and I can look down and see things another, and they not thick. These are not thick, so I'm excited about that, but I wear glasses. That comes with age. Now, when I'm riding on my motorcycle, I do not wear glasses at all, and I don't pay attention to the rules. You know, when I'm out there, I'm out there. Whatever happens, happens. It's all about opportunity and asphalt, concrete and asphalt. When it comes to me riding, I am very reckless, but that's my woosah. That's my woosah. But that's why I'm doing laser surgery, right? If I showed you my knee, you would be like, my goodness. Yes, my head from here was peeled back to here, and my knee was to the skeleton. But, you know, 20 plus years of me riding One day, I decided not to put on any protective gear, and I was in a state that you didn't have to wear a helmet, and I was like, okay, I'm going to see. And I said I was going around the corner, but one corner turned into two corners, and so on, and things happen. But when you play stupid games, stupid things happen. So I would never advise anybody to ride dirty. You know what I mean? I would never. I gave my daughter one of my bikes, and she's like, Mom, I want you to teach me. And I'm like, I'm not teaching you. I'm like, I'll put you in a class, a little rider's class, and then you got to go from there. And she was like, now I want to do what you do. I said, what I do, that came from experience. That's a long time. And so next summer, it's cold outside. Next summer, let me tell you, I will be on again. In a lot of these different states, the traffic is so thick. Everywhere I go, I'm always looking at the patterns of the road, and it's always so thick. You have to be out in the country to really open up your bike. Just riding regular places is not fun anymore, you know? You got to be in them backwoods to really enjoy yourself. But, you know, the world is overpopulated. Listen, let me just say, I had to catch myself. I was about to say something. But let us get to this Taurus reading. I hope everyone is doing well. Those of you who follow me, you know that I placed the camera on the desk. I placed the camera on the desk, and we're going to get to this reading. I hope everyone is doing well. You know, Taurus people, they are represented by the planet Venus. Let's just get that out the way. And their symbol is the bull, right? Strong, stubborn. And most Taurus people, their favorite color is green, you know, and their metal is copper. You know, when I was growing up, my grandmother had a lot of copper. Whether she cooked with it, it was her little cups or whatever. Copper is good for the body. So Taurus people, when you're out and about, make sure it's not something that's copy, that is authentic, because those minerals will do very well for the body. Even if you just have a drinking cup that's a genuine copper cup, it'll do wonders for the body. We all need that. We do, each and every one of us. But your gemstone, if your favorite color is green, then you know your gemstone is the emerald. You understand what I'm saying? Listen, most Taurus people are deeply passionate people. When they're in a relationship, they do love the one that they are with. However, even though that they're in the relationship with their person, they tend to be a little shy. But we call that foreplay, right? When you act like you a little shy when you're around your significant other, right? To try to look cute and timid. But Taurus, there's nothing timid about you. And you're a little reserved. When it comes to a lot of people in the room, you are reserved and you're watching the room, eyeballing everything that's going on. And most of what you feel takes place beneath the surface of you. And your approach to love and romance is decided in a more passive than an aggressive way. Once again, you like to play shy. Even though you can be aggressive, but you want to appear timid to your person. Males and females alike. Let me just say that. So you rather just sit back and wait for others to come towards you. And they usually do. So you're playing the game the way you're supposed to. I'm never one of those people that go up and approach. What you see is what you get. Who I am is who I am. And that's what you do. You sit back, you scan the room, and you're not walking up to people to make conversations. You will let those people come to you. And that's how the game goes for you. So let's get to this reading. My stubborn Taurus people. And I know some of you may be saying, I'm not stubborn. All of y'all are. All of you are. Let's get to this reading. You know, I always ring my bell before I get started. Not only do I ring my bell, I also have cleansed my space. My space is cleansed. I'm refreshed, rejuvenated, and ready for this reading. Look, that's my mama's bell. Let me tell you, that's my mom's bell. Every time I ring it, I love it. Every time I ring it, it brings so much reassurance that whatever message that I deliver to you is going to go well for me. That I'm going to hear what's needed to be heard so I can send that message to you. I hope everyone is doing well. We're going to be doing a 9-card spread tonight. We're going to start off with a 9-card spread. However, let's see what the spirits have going on for you. I'm going to pull one card from this deck. I haven't used this deck in months, so it's time to get the dust off. I usually start off with my spiritual news deck, but I said that I wanted to switch some things up. One card, spirit guys, one card for the sign of Taurus to get this reading started. Spirit guys, help me to deliver the most accurate message that I possibly can for the sign of Taurus. Show me what I need to see. Tell me what I need to hear. Thank you. Spirit guys, what message? Ooh, that one wanted to come out, but it didn't, so we're not taking it. Oh, man. It's a lot going on here. If I took all these cards, it would be all night. So I'm going to take the one that hit the desk. So I'm going to pull from the bottom, turn the desk around. And to be fair, we're going to take 2 from here. I'm going to place these cards back over here so that you can see what's at the bottom of the deck. So we have Rama and Sita. Rama and Sita. Thank you so much. You know, this is a holy union. So if someone is married here, you're in a holy union, meaning that you have those papers, they signed, sealed, and that person is yours. However, if you are not married, you're headed to a holy union, meaning if you are single, and the relationship that you get into, if you want that person, it has the potential to go the distance for the two of you to become a marriage partner. This is going to be a soulmate connection and a romantic opportunity. So for those of you who are single, my Taurus people, there's someone that's coming towards you. Spirit is saying you don't have to rush into anything, but recognize the opportunity when it comes towards you. Vet that person out. A lot of times when relationships don't work, it's because you didn't take the time to get to know the person. And no one should be on this platform that's under the age of 21. So we have to speak about some real grown life shit. Have you ever spoke to a person, I'm just saying, had a little quickie with them, and then that person tried to stick around a little bit and you like, ew, I don't even like them. Guess what? You may have wanted to have that one night stand, and then you regretted dealing with the person at all. Not to say that the sex was bad. It's just the person, they weren't compatible to you. You really didn't like them like that. However, this person that's coming in, don't rush into anything. And you shouldn't rush anyway. Guess what? There's a lot of diseases going on out there, and some cannot be cured. They can be covered with a Band-Aid and you have a prescription, but that shit will still linger in the body. Nowadays, people take AIDS like it's a cold. Like it's no big deal. And it is. It's called life or death. And I promise you, I'm a mother of 5. And I always say to the universe, I don't want to lay down permanently due to sex. Let me just tell you. So take your time with this person coming in and ask all the right questions so you won't be disappointed later. Make sure you really, really like this person. Make sure you get to know this person. Real talk. So if you're single, there's someone headed your way and it has the potential to go the distance. If you're in a relationship, that marriage is going to get stronger. Listen, we have transcending fear. Transcending fear. Now, when this card comes out, this is someone who's facing their fear. When you face your fear, you become fearless. So embrace your power. You know, today when I was trying to respond to the people that were leaving the comments on the Aquarius reading, excuse me, there was someone that I sent a message to that they had to leave their baggage behind them. They had to leave their baggage at the door. When you face your fear, any type of situation or person that you dealt with in a negative way, that makes you powerful. Sometimes people think you're weak when you don't argue back. Let me tell you, there's many people around me who have made that same mistake. They think just because I don't say anything back, I sit there quietly, that she must be a weak person. No, I sit there quietly because I'm a big girl, right? I'm not a size 2. I'm not a size 5. I'm not a size 10. Listen, I'm a 14. I'm a big girl. So I got bronchitis. I'm not wasting my breath, my energy on anyone. I don't argue with anyone, I promise you. I always ask a person, and especially if someone tries to get in my face, I ask them, how do you want to handle this? I'm not going to argue, so what other way do you want to do this? I'm just saying. I'm a grown woman. I have no time to play. I don't play with my children. I don't play with people's children. That means we all come from somewhere. We all came from a mother and a father helped to make them. So I don't play with people's children, no matter how old you are. There's someone who's going to face their fears. Thank you so much for that heart, for those roses. And when you face your fears, it's going to make you so powerful because someone, they assume that they could continue to say whatever they want to say to you and you not do anything about it. Shame on them. They forgot that you are a Taurus. Taurus people are stubborn. You know, it's like my family is from the South. So if you've ever went to a rodeo, the best attraction at the rodeo is not just the cowboys, right? All of them don't look good, but some of them do. And my husband is watching, right? When I was young, I used to go to so many rodeos. But my favorite attraction was when that bull came out. And when that bull came out, for some reason, everybody always had that red blanket. And that bull would stare at the person and they would stare at the blanket because they're like, okay, I'm about to knock this person on their tail. The crowd would always go crazy when they would lift the blanket and the bull was not able to touch. What does Taurus do? I told you in the beginning of the reading, when Taurus walks in the room, they take their position on their throne. And when they take their position on their throne, they scan the room. And they know who's about something and who's about nothing. They don't waste their time on people. And they don't approach. They allow you to approach them. This is the bull. So while the person is standing there with the red blanket clowning. What does the bull do? The bull is focused. So now that the bull is standing still, the person that's holding the blanket, they get a little closer. And Taurus allows you to get a little closer until they're ready to strike. My daughter said, hey, Mom. Oh, that's Dawn. Dawn is a Taurus, right? Dawn, I thought you was my daughter up here. How you doing? Thank you. That's what Taurus does. They let you make a fool out of yourself, and then they attack. So be careful with messing with one. There's a Taurus here who's facing their fear, and as soon as they face their fear, look at that person or that situation in the face, they become fearless. And then they become powerful. So a Taurus, embrace your power. You've been sitting back for a while, scanning the room. Yes, people are like, should I go up to Taurus and approach? Should I go say hi? Well, damn, they better. So they can stop staring at you, because you damn sure are not going up to anyone to approach. You are an empress or an emperor. You know where you belong, and it's where you sat your ass at on your throne when you arrived to whatever place that you went to. So, at the bottom of the deck, here we go. El Moria. This is a spiritual force field. So the spiritual force field is a very protective light that surrounds you. You are protected. You know that. Because people are always looking. And you know what Taurus says? You can look, but don't touch. So you are safe. You are safe to proceed. You are safe to proceed. So let's get to this reading. That's how we're getting started. I wanted to do something different for you guys, and that's what we have accomplished. This is a Taurus reading. If the reading is for you, I promise you it'll be for you from the beginning of the reading until the end of the reading. If the reading isn't for you, you should listen anyway. I promise you we're going to have some fun. We're going to have some fun. But one thing I'm going to do, we're going to be honest. We're not making up stories. We're going to tell the truth, and we're going to get through it. And I always say, this reading is going to be for somebody. I promise you that. Spirit guides, help me to deliver the most accurate message that I possibly can for the sign of Taurus. Show me exactly what I need to see. Tell me what I need to hear. Thank you. Spirit guides, what message do you have for Taurus tonight? What does Taurus need to know? If the reading is for a female, I will say so. If the reading is for a male, I will say so. If I say nothing at all, understand that we all have masculine and also feminine energies. And I'm not going to put this card back in the deck. I have my daughter watching. One time when I was doing a reading for her, she asked me for a personal reading, and one of her cards fell on the floor, and I left it there. She was like, what was on that card? I said, it's not important. It went on the floor. She was like, I wanted to know what it was before you put it back in the deck. So that's your first card. It hit the floor. So we're going to move on and proceed. Spirit guides, what message do we have for Taurus? What message do we have for Taurus? This is going to be a 9-card spread. One more card, please. One more card. Thank you. Thank you. We have a bonus card here. We have a bonus card. So we have 10 cards. The bonus, we have the bottom of the deck, which makes it 11 cards. We're starting off with the Page of Swords. A message in a bottle. Someone is trying to communicate with you. So someone is going to be trying to send you a message through a text. They may just call you. They may try to send you an email. But there's someone who does want to get in contact with you. They want to make something right, because anytime that we have the Page of Swords, that's someone that wants justice. They want to make things just. So maybe you had a situation with someone and the two of you have stopped talking for a little while, whether it was a family, a friend, an associate, a co-worker, or a lover. It doesn't matter. You know your story better than me. If this was a personal reading, we can dig in, right? However, we still going to dig in. This is a person who's going to reach out to you who feels like they owe you an apology. However, you are stubborn, Taurus, but this person is just as stubborn as you are. So they're going to call and try to test the water, and they may try to talk to you without apologizing. You know how those stubborn people are. You understand? Yes. My screen is frozen. Your screen is frozen or mine, Dawn? Yours? Try to unfreeze it. I hope mine isn't. But the conversation is going to be very truthful. I feel like you're not going to say much when it comes to this conversation. You're going to just fill this person out. You're just, thank you so much. Thank you. We have the Five of Cups here. We have the Five of Cups. Anytime that the Five of Cups appears, it's regret. So someone regrets not speaking to you, for going quiet. However, they're focusing on the loss. That's why they're going to be reaching out to you. But this person betrayed you. That's how you feel, Taurus. You feel like, wow, you hurt me. I don't even know if I want to pick up the phone. I don't know if I want to respond to the text or the email. But guess what? You're going to do it. You're going to see what they have to say, but you're going to stay quiet while they're talking, because you want to know if this person is sincere or not. And as I told you, they're coming in with the truth. Not their truth. They're coming in with the truth, what it is sincerely. We have the Nine of Pentacles, Taurus. We have the Nine of Pentacles. And when that Nine of Pentacles comes out, that's abundance for you. That's abundance. There's a Taurus that's been focusing on being disciplined when it comes to their world around them. When it comes to people, pull back your energy and not giving so much of yourself, because you're like, I waste a lot of my time trying to be the backbone of others, and nobody has ever come in to try to be my support. So you're practicing discipline, you know, and I can't fault you for that, because there are certain times when people had enough of giving and allowing people to take. And this is just not about finances. Sometimes people come in to take your energy. They take your time. They take your kindness as a weakness. And with that being said, with the Nine of Pentacles, guess what's happening? You are about to be blessed, and this person or these people faces. We have the Six of Swords. The Six of Swords, plain and simple, is you're moving forward. And how can you not move forward with this abundance? You're moving forward. There's going to be some wonderful movement in your life. Now, I could be speaking to a Taurus who has thought about moving. If my finances were in order, I would move here, there, or over there. Or there's a Taurus that's simply thinking about traveling because it's getting cold outside and you're thinking about going to a warmer climate, right? When this financial abundance comes in, you'll be able to do one or the other. Either move your whole household or go on a vacation because it's needed. We have the number 13, which is the death card. This is the Scorpio card. There's an ending. This person that's going to be reaching out to you, they want to put an end to them not speaking to you, you not speaking to them. They want to transform the situation. So when there comes an ending, a new beginning has to begin. So there's going to be some changes. And you, Taurus, you're going to set some rules for this person. Listen, if this ever happens again, I'm going to have to cut you off completely. That's what you're going to say to this person. You're like, okay, you want to transform whatever we dealt with, but if it happens again, I promise you, I can't let you back into my life. That's what you're saying to whomever this is that wants to apologize. Excuse me, they're coming in with their truth. We have the Two of Cups. Now, what did I tell you at the beginning of the reading for the sign of Taurus? If you are single, there's someone that's coming in. And if you are in a relationship, your relationship is getting stronger. You can be with a person and fall in love with them every single day. I promise you that's the truth. But if you're single, this person that's coming in, as you take your time with this person, you're going to end up falling in love because, as I said, we had the marriage card, and that person and you, the relationship has the potential to go the distance. If you are already in a relationship, if you're married, even if you're not married and you're with your significant other, you and this person are going to fall in love all over again and again and again. And if you've had some trials and tribulations, there's going to be a resolution to this because the Two of Cups, this situation is locked in. It's locked in. You know what I mean? People look at the two of you thinking that they can get in, but it's locked in. Let me tell you. I went to get my nails cut a couple of days ago. They were growing out of control, and I couldn't hardly pick the cars up. And my nail technician, she's like, you want to cut your nails? I'm like, yes, I want to go as short as we possibly can because I wanted to reshape them as well. So my husband, he usually comes with me, or my daughter will come with me. And he was like, you want me to go inside? I was like, fuck yeah, come inside with me. And so he came. I was like, come sit by me. And he was like, you want me to sit by you? I was like, yeah, right? So as we're sitting there and my nail technician is doing my nails, and I'm like, shorter, right? And so then her little sisters and everybody come over. They want to talk to my husband. They're like, you want to get your nail done? I'm like, nah, he don't do that. Right? They was like, you want us to shape your nail? I'm like, nah. So we sitting there, we clowning, we having fun. I do have that type of relationship with my nail technician. They love me and they hate me. And I feel the same way. But I still go back because I can't let everybody touch all over me. So as we're sitting there, it's this chick that's across. And I'm like, babe, she's recording you. And he was like, what? I was like, yeah, she's recording you. I ain't had no glasses on, so, you know. I'm like, yeah, I'm mean mugging. Because I'm about that life. So I'm like, so she looking at me too. And I never lost the stare game. You ever had the stare game? And whoever turns their head first lose? So I'm like, I'm doing my faces. I'm doing all of that, right? And then she turns her head. I win. So anyway, I'm petty like that. So my husband's like, I don't know what she recording for. I said, yo, she's totally recording. And I had promised the universe that I was going to do better. So I felt like, I said, I'm being tested. I'm being tested, right? And I love when chicks look at my husband. I do. I love it because I'm like, look what I got. And he don't mind when people look at me. We are locked in like that. There's a Taurus that's in a relationship and you're locked in like that. And people envy you. I promise you that. People envy what you have. And then if you're single, this new person that's coming in, take your time, get to know them to make sure that this is the one that you desire to be with, because the two of you are going to be locked in. Sometimes you have people that are just hateful. They're just hateful. Well, I promise you, this little chick, she's recording and recording and recording. I'm like, yo, babe, she recording. So I'm like, I wanted to say, want to come outside? Can I speak to you outside? But I promise, I made a pact 2 days before that with the universe that I'm going to stay in my zen. I'm not going to let anybody take me out of it. And I'm doing good. I told you, just because I'm a psychic and a medium, it doesn't mean that somebody can't catch the fade, because they can. But to you who pray to God and y'all be like, he ain't through with me yet. Well, the universe is still working on me. And they will work on me even when I cross over. You're locked in, Taurus. You are locked in. Thank you. I'm proud of me, too. I did good. I did good. Know what my husband said to me? He said, you just can't keep putting your hands on people. I'm like, why? Why? And he was like, because you can't. He was like, I'm not going to bail you out of jail. I was like, for real, you wouldn't bail me out? He said, nah, not if it's your fault. So I got to be more careful. I have to be more careful. And I said to my daughter, would you come get me? She was like, Ma, I really wouldn't want to spend my money, but yeah, I will. And I'm like, just thank you, everybody. Thank you. And to my TikTok family, come get me. My real name is Tara. Come get me. But let's get to this reading. You're locked in. And there's someone that doesn't understand that. Thank you, Dawn. Thank you. Thank you. We have the 6 of Cups. Look, we got the 2 of Cups. We got the 6 of Cups. We had the 5 of Cups on this board. And now we have the 6 of Cups. Oh, that message is coming in because somebody is reminiscing about you. Somebody is thinking about you. And somebody is like, I am so tired of not being able to speak to my friend, my family member, my associate, my co-worker, or my significant other. There's somebody that's thinking about you hard, and they're going to send you that message. However, this is a person also that's here that's going through childhood trauma, holding on to that baggage. You remember I said that at the beginning of the reading. You got to let go. Have to let go of childhood trauma. And it's easier said than done because it's a process, right? It doesn't happen overnight. And to some people, they think overnight is, if it happened last week, that's overnight. Shit, people hold on to stuff for 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 years. Here I am. I'm one of them too. I told you I'm petty like that. I hold on to shit, but I know how to release it because I don't want to carry it. So there is someone that has gone through a lot of childhood trauma. But I'm speaking about the person that's coming to apologize to you. Let it go. And Taurus, if you're holding on to anything, let it go. But this person is coming in to reconcile. They're like, I cannot continue to not speak to my Taurus. Whether it's a family member, whether it's a friend, I promise you can. You can. Thank you. Thank you. We have the number 19. I told you everything always works out in Taurus' favor. We have the sun. This is the number 19. This is the sun. Listen, the sun is all about happiness. The sun is all about Taurus being successful as you will. But happiness is one of the most important things, because with this abundance coming in, this Nine of Pentacles, that's happiness. That's happiness in itself, and it's being backed up with the sun. So you are going to take this person's call, whether they send you an email, whether they send you a text message. You do want to hear what they have to say. And I'm telling you, they are coming in to apologize straight up. They're going to be very truthful. It's up to you to believe them or not. You don't have to believe me, but this is going to be a very honest conversation. However, you have the sun. You know, the number 19 is a good omen. It really is. It does suggest that now is a time of great opportunities and that luck is on your side. So now and right now, Taurus, this is your time. This is the time to take the initiative to do something that you want to do for you. So do you want to do something new? Because financially, you're going to have it. So to do something new, guess what has to happen? You are going to have to let go of something old to make space for whatever is new that you're bringing in towards you. And what you're bringing in is happiness. You're bringing in abundance, financial. And then this person, you are letting them come back in, but you're going to be treating them with a long-handled spoon. You're like, okay, just because we talk, it doesn't mean that I want to talk to you every day. We need to take this slow. Whomever this person is, you're like, I'm in my happy place. And I can't allow anyone to take me out of my happy place. We have the Eight of Pentacles. Taurus, we have the Eight of Pentacles. You know, you are consistent. What a lot of people don't know about Taurus people, that they are practical. So when this money comes in, they're not trying to blow it. Yeah, like I said, they may want to take that trip. Maybe they want to buy a new home, but they are very practical when it comes to spending, because they want to make sure that their home is beautified. They don't care about mundane things. Yes, they do like nice things, but they rather for their home to be filled with the treasures that they desire, because that's where they feel safe and comfortable, and they know that's what they work hard for. So you are dedicated to growing this money. However much that comes in, you are going to be dedicated to growing it. You're like, okay, I got 20,000, but how can I turn this into 25,000? So the Eight of Pentacles, you're going to be consistent at growing whatever you get. We have the Eight of Cups as your bonus card for Taurus. The Eight of Cups. Listen, there's a Taurus here that has some restless nights, and that's not okay. Whatever's on your mind, whatever you've been going through, whatever you've been thinking about, you have to deal with it. There's a Taurus who desires to have more. Financially, spiritually, all the way around the board, they desire to have more. So the Eight of Cups definitely represents that. But don't forget, you will have it. That's why you have the Nine of Pentacles. And some people, they are greedy, but not Taurus. Some people are like, damn, I should have been able to get that 10 of Pentacles. But the Nine of Pentacles is more than what you had. I promise you. It's more than what you had. And it's enough. And how frugal a Taurus is, it's enough for you to be able to grow it, invest it, or whatever you're going to do with it, because you are practical. Your home is what's important to you. Like a Cancer's home environment is what's important to them. When you walk towards your front door, I don't care if you own or rent. You like, that shit mine. I'm paying for it. The rent, the mortgage, whatever, it's mine. And when I walk in, I get to close the door behind me and be peaceful where I'm at. So you're all about building a secure space, and you enjoy looking at the things that you work hard to have to build. So there's a Taurus that's been restless because you desire more, and that more is coming. When that Nine of Pentacles comes in, ooh, here's the sun. Happiness. But to have it, you need to let go of some things to make space for what's new. So, you know how people have that New Year's resolution? Ooh, I'm going to clean my closet. I'm going to start getting rid of some things. Spirit is already letting you know in advance you don't need to make the New Year's resolution. Some people keep it and some people never do. Start making space for what's coming in, and that's this financial abundance. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Four of Wands. The Four of Wands, this financial abundance brings you nothing but stability. It brings you stability, so you have something to celebrate about. And it's an exciting time to know that this money is coming in. So how do you help it come in? By saying thank you, and I'm truly grateful. Say it to the universe. Let me tell you, when I was young, like a teen, I remember my mother was going through a hard time. She was a single parent, but my mom was so stubborn, she never asked anybody for anything. And I could see the worry in her. And then one day I'm sitting on the couch in the living room and my mother's in the bedroom. And my mother she prayed to the universe. My mother prayed to Jesus Christ of Nazareth. Let me tell you, my mother was a worldly woman. She dipped and dived into everything. But at the end of the day, she was still a root worker. And she said, I don't want to lose everything that I worked for. And she said, only I am here with these girls, meaning my sisters and I. And she was like, I need it right now. So I'm sitting there. And when she was done, she walked out the room like she never said anything. I never mentioned anything because it wasn't my business what she was talking about to whomever she was praying to. Do you know the next day, that was a Saturday, our mailman always came on our block at 12 noon. My mom got a letter and she opened it. My grandfather had invested many moons ago in an electric company in the state of North Carolina, and he was sending his children portions of that money that he had invested. And my mother started screaming. She was like, oh my God, look at this, look at this. And I'm like, oh, John. But I'm just saying, look how things happen. So the only thing that you have to do is to say thank you. And that's what she did. She said, thank you. Now, my grandfather, back in those days, all he had was an 8th grade education. That's as far as they would let you go to school. In the South, that was as far as they would let you go to school, because it was go to school or work. And he worked. But he was smart enough to invest. And his first investment was $1.75. And he kept putting into it and putting into it. And all of his children and his grandchildren, he has burial plots for them. I'm not going. I told somebody they could have mine. I am not going. I want to be cremated. That's a whole nother story. But he did everything the right way. What I'm saying to the Taurus person, there's abundance coming in. Please believe it. Know it. Own it. You can even call out the number. But when you do that, don't doubt it. And all you have to do is say thank you. And you can put a timestamp on it and be like, right now. When I want something, when I desire to have something, I allow whatever that is to be my last thought on my mind as I'm going to sleep. When I wake up, no matter what I've dreamt about, that's my first thought. So my last thought before I go to bed is my first thought when I wake up. And that's how you will things to you. That's how you will it into you. True story. That's how you will it in. I got a tattoo that says will. I had this when I was a teenager. My grandfather was sick. And my desire and my energy and my will was for him to survive. And that word W-I-L-L, some people look at will as who left you something when they die. When I look at the word will, it's my willpower. Willpower. So use your power to will in the things that you desire without doubting and saying thank you even before you ask or say what it is that you desire to have. However, let's continue. This reading is for the sign of Taurus. Listen, somebody, they came through. They're going to reach out to you. They want to reconcile. You're going to reconcile. You are. But you're going to treat them with distance in between you. You're like, okay, we not bosom buddies. We're going to have to work our way through it and to where we were, but we're never going to be the same. That's how you feel. Spirit guides, help me to deliver the most accurate message that I possibly can for the sign of Taurus. Show me what I need to see. Tell me what I need to hear. Thank you. Ooh. Spirit guides, what message do you have for Taurus to close the reading? I'm going to take these three. We have, when was the last time that you couldn't stop laughing or smiling? Go back to a moment when you laughed so hard you almost peed your pants, or you did. Feel the laughter grow in your body, your cheeks hurting and eyes watering. Maybe there was even a snort or two. Laughter is healing. It reminds us to take life less seriously and find the joy in the littlest things. Note to self, laugh more often. Because Taurus, sometimes y'all could be so serious. Laugh a little bit, make somebody laugh today. That's what the card says. It says, make somebody laugh today. We have, how can I infuse more self-love and compassion into my daily life? So how can you infuse more self-love and more compassion into your daily life? If your compassion does not include yourself, it's incomplete. Today's soul action, choose one self-care action today. Number 1, set stronger boundaries. That's with this person coming in. I told you you're going to treat them with a long-handled spoon. Just because I accept your apology doesn't mean you could come sit on my couch tomorrow. Number 2, mediate and listen to your soul. The card says heart, but I'm going to tell you soul. Number 3, speak to yourself with compassion. Never talk down to yourself. Do you know your soul hears that? It's like have you ever woke up in the middle of the night and had to go to the bathroom, never turned the lights on, and you stump your toe and you be like, damn, I'm stupid. I knew that was there. Never do that. Never talk down to yourself at all. Never say anything negative about you. So speak to yourself with compassion. Number 4, focus on your strengths. Number 5, Say no to something that isn't a sole yes. So, you know how people try to convince you to do something and you know you don't want to say yes. Hey, Cassie, how are you? You don't want to say yes. You know you want to say no. And you're sitting there hemming and humming about it. Just say no. So say no to something that isn't a sole yes. Because if you really don't mean it, don't say it. Excuse me, guys. Number 6, say yes to something you are afraid of. Say yes to something that you are afraid of. I'm not even going to give you an example for what mine would be because I'm not going to tell you what I'm afraid of. Y'all might try to use it against me, and that's not okay. But number 7, let go of what you cannot control. You can't control another person at all. I have kids that are adults and I can't control anything about them. I may offer them my advice. They may even come to me, "Ma, what you think?" Even when I tell them, they still don't do it. So you have to let go of what you can't control. I promise you guys, my son called me and he was having a disagreement with this girl. He said it's not his girlfriend, right? He don't want to give her a title, but they've been together for over 6 years and he has never called her his girlfriend. He'd be like, "My friend." So he called me. He's like, "Yo, Ma, I want her out of my house and I want her out right now." So I put on my shoes. I said, "Do, do, do." I called 911. I said, "My son just called me and he told me that he wanted his girlfriend out of his house right now. I'm on my way over." And I gave them the address. So when I went over, my son said, "Ma, I can't believe you called the police." I said, "You're not going to disturb my energy. You're not bringing that negativity into my home." So I said, "Handle this shit with the police." And I told the girlfriend's daughter, "Get your shit and get in my car and tell your mom to come as well." So I bring them into my house. I did. I didn't want to, but that's who I am. So I said to the girl, "Do you know that my son is only with you until he finds someone better?" I said, "You've been with him for 6 years. You say he's your boyfriend, but he has never given you a title. He has never claimed you. So to him, you ain't worth it." And she was like, "I love him." I said, "But he don't love you." She said, "I was never going to leave until you brought the police over here. I was going to stay." I said, "Oh, you was going to stay for him to dog you out?" I said, "This is what I'm going to do." So I called her family on the phone. I went to high school with her family. They're a little older than me. I said, "Hello?" She said, "You calling my family?" I said, "Uh-huh, because they gangster just like me." I said, "Hello? My son hasn't been treating your niece right, been disrespecting her, cursing her out. He said he wanted her out her house, and now she's at mine. She needs some assistance. Somebody needs to talk to her about her dealing with a person who's not a man, which is my son." She was like, "I'm leaving him." So I said, "Okay, you can stay here until you leave him. You can stay here until you can get an apartment. Do you need any help financially?" "No, I got it." So days kept going by, days kept going by. "Well, did you call any apartment people?" "Yeah, I have an appointment. You want me to ride with you?" So I knew this girl was lying. So I said, "You can't live with me." I did. I told the truth. "You can't live with me. I don't allow coochie in my home that's not related to me. And even if it's related to me, you got to be some close kin, because I don't do that." And my son kept calling her, telling her to come back. And I said, you know why he wants you to come back? Because he's scared. I said, he's scared. I said, this is what you're supposed to do. I said, you got to make a, I ain't going to tell you what I call him. I said, you got to make him shiver. I don't care if it's my son or somebody else's. You don't let them dog you out. I said, now call him on the phone and say, this is what it's going to be. I said, girl, you got to learn how to speak up and put your foot down. And she did that shit. I ain't heard from her since. I have not heard from her since. I promise you. So it's been quiet. It's been quiet. And then my son went telling everybody, my mother called the police. Yes, I did. Because you disturbed my day. And I wasn't dealing with it. And I called the police to handle it. So, let go of what you can't control. And I let both of them fools go. I did. I let both of them go. But I also informed that girl's family. This girl has a father, she has a mother, she has aunts, she has uncles. And I informed them of how my son was treating her. Yes, I did that. And that's what you're supposed to do. I'm a mother first. Meaning it ain't about my kids. That means whether it's yours or anybody else's, I'm always going to do what's right. Right? Number 9, ask for help and allow it. Taurus, y'all are so damn stubborn. You don't want to ask nobody for anything, but sometimes ask. You'll be surprised who would jump in to come to your rescue, but you're like, I don't need nobody to rescue me. And you're right. But sometimes, instead of you being the ear, it won't hurt to allow someone to be the ear for you. And that's the truth. Number 10, write down 3 things you are grateful for. That's this abundance, this happiness, and all the stability that's coming your way. I done gave you the 3. Now, you can write down whatever you want, but this whole reading said the 9 of Pentacles, abundance. The number 19, the sun, is all about happiness. The 4 of Wands is stability, and you will be celebrating. So, number 10, write down 3 things you are grateful for. That's what I saw for you. We have, what do I resist feeling right now? So what do you resist feeling right now? That's right, Cassie, 100. We have to feel it to heal it. In order to let go of pain, we first have to honor its existence. Emotions are like waves. Some are soft, some are fierce, some are layered, and some will sweep you off your feet. When we allow ourselves to feel it all, we can then release what no longer serves us. So we have to feel it to heal it. The reason why I did that to my son, because I had to feel it. My son is 30 plus years old, a grown man. He should have never called me to involve me into what's going on behind his closed doors. So I had to teach him a lesson. I needed him to feel it in order for him to heal that situation. You keep treating this girl like she's not good enough. Well, let me show you what it feels like to be without her. And then you'll see how good she is, because she has low self-esteem, but she's pretty. But she doesn't know she's pretty. Do you understand what I'm saying? But another man will know, and a good one will treat her right. Today's soul action. Allow yourself to feel this wave. Let it move through you, no matter how long it lasts. Then release it back into the ocean. Feel it, heal it, enjoy the sweet freedom within your soul. Let me tell you, my daughter, her ex-wife had left me a text message, And I'm the worst at checking my text messages. You can send me a text message today and I may not see it for a whole month from now. I promise you, I could care less about a cell phone. So I said to my husband, I said, so-and-so sent me a text message. He said, answer it. So I was like, I don't want to. So I called her. I said, you sent me a text. She was like, yeah, that was like 2-3 weeks ago. She was like, you busy? Can we talk? I'm like, yeah, we could talk. So she came over and she wanted me to go for a ride. So I don't even know her like that, right? But thank goodness I'm a psychic. But what I did know is I don't like her like that. But I took the ride. So she started telling me all this crazy stuff about her wife, which is my daughter. So I said, let's go back to my house. She said, huh? I said, yeah, I want you to drop me back off. So I said, you have to go tell my husband what you just said to me. She said, this is not how we do things. I said, this is how I do shit. What you just said to me, you could tell the father. She said, we don't do that. I said, this is how I do it. And so I made her go and speak to my husband. So now they looking at me like the bad guy. Like, bitch, don't do me like that. Don't involve me in your shit because you're not going to like the way that I handle it. I'm always going to do it with just. Whatever you say to me, I'm going to say to him. And whatever you say to him, he going to bring it to me. We not separating. We the two of cups. That's locked in like Taurus and Taurus partner. We locked in. So now, this heifer, she don't speak, but I don't want her to. I don't want her to ever speak to me because they're divorced now, thank goodness. And she watches me every once in a while and the little friends and stuff like that. But I don't want you to speak to me. So when she see me, she don't speak. And I be like, listen, you can't play with people. In order to heal it, you got to feel it. And I'm the one that's going to make everybody feel what they need to feel. Do I surround myself with people who lift me up? I do. I'm lifting everybody up. My way. The people whom we surround ourselves determine who we become. Does your tribe fill you up? Do they inspire you? Do they believe in you? Do they help you step into your greatest potential? See, that's all I'm trying to do. Help everybody step in to their proper positions. Today's sole action. Make a desire list of the type of people with whom you wish to surround yourself. And clarify if there is anyone in your life who no longer serves you. Can you love them from a distance? So, once again, Taurus, you're going to be loving someone from a distance because although this person that's coming in, they want to speak to you, they're going to be sending you a message, they want to apologize for something that they did, you're going to love them from a distance. You're going to treat them with a long-handled spoon. You're not welcoming them into your house after they apologize tomorrow. Even a week from now, you're going to be like, I see you now. And that's how I am. I see you now. Listen, don't involve me in your shit if you don't like the way I handle it. And Taurus, you're about to be like me. Oh, listen, I'm a Cancer, but I'm that stubborn one. I was born on the day that they missed to have empathy for people that do wrong. I don't mess with people that do wrong because I'm trying to live. Let me tell you, my mother done crossed over, my father, my sister, and I can't let anybody take me out of my zen. I could hear them, I could speak to them, but damn it, I can't wait to be in the midst of them again when it's my time. I ain't rushing. I ain't rushing. I still got work to do here. But I can't let anybody take me out of my zen. So, Taurus, this is a beautiful reading. Write down 3 things that you are grateful for. I saw abundance, I saw happiness, and I saw a celebration. I'm just saying that's what was in the reading, so you may want to add 3 different things, but I will claim those. I am Empress Real 1584, the Good Witch. I thank everybody for their time. Oh, most importantly, your time, because my readings are long, and I try to give you as much of me as I possibly can, but we always going to stick to the truth. Thank you so much. Thank you, Dawn. Thank you. But I always have to use me and my experiences as an example, because I can't make no shit up. You're not supposed to do that. I can't make it up. But I am going to be who I am. I grew up with Popeye the Sailor Man. I am who I am, and I'm strong to the finish because I eat my spinach. I'm always going to have to be me, but thank you for that heart. Thank you. Thank you so much. I will be back tomorrow. I don't know what sign I'm doing, but I'll put it up in advance. If somebody has a suggestion, the first one that puts it up, that'll be the sign that I do. I've already done Aquarius. I've done Libra. I did Cancer. I did Aquarius. Go over to my YouTube page and it's up there. I did Aquarius. Aquarius, you guys have been sending me a lot of love. I'm truly grateful. But I do have an Aquarius reading. I did the Aries. Miss Cassie, you was here with me. I did the Aries. Aries sexy self. That's who Aries is. Let me tell you, they're the first of the zodiac. But going over, but I do have Aries already posted. One more somebody. I have Aries. I have Libra. I have Aquarius. Taurus we just did tonight. Oh, I did Gemini as well. No, I didn't. Did I? Yeah, I think I did Gemini. I'm not sure. I can't sit here and tell no lie. I have to look again. Listen, we'll figure it out. My all signs reading, that was beautiful up here. But that thing took me 2 hours. So I don't know when I'm going to do another all signs reading. That was 2 hours. I'll put it up in advance. I will. I'll put it up in advance to see what reading I'll do. I'll get it up tonight so you guys can see it. And I'll try to get on a little earlier. But I thank each and every one of you for your gifts. You're an angel on earth. Thank you. Listen, other people don't feel like that, but thank you. But I'll put it up tonight. And I thank you for the gifts. I thank you for your time. I thank you to the new followers. I'm truly grateful. I showed myself tonight. Let me tell you, I'm trying to pick myself back up. I'd never had bronchitis before, but I got it when I was in North Carolina at the funeral. I was in Wilmington trying to be cute on live, and it was cold as heck. And my husband kept saying, cover your chest. And I'm sitting here talking, and then he got on the live with me, and we talking. I'm talking about Wilmington, giving y'all a little history, and I caught it, but I'm on my bounce back, right? And let me tell you, I'll be looking at TikTok and the TikTok shop and these girls with their fox furs. And I'm like, I might need me a fox fur, right? Maybe nobody won't put paint on it because it's fake. But I've been looking at them fox furs. Well, I need something that's thick. I might have to go old school. I might need a goose. I will. I'm going to check my messages as soon as I get off this live. But I'm going in there and eat. I had salad tonight. I'm trying to lose me some weight. And I'm better at it in the winter time. I put on like 30 plus pounds. But I feel like it's in the right places, right? Milk does the body good. But I could drop 30, so I'm about to get rid of it, to be honest. But I do got this caramel drink. Listen, I told you I'm a work in process, right? I'm a work in process. Thank you. But I got to drop some weight. I got some jeans that I love, and they only come up to my knee. They don't come up one whole leg. They only come to my knee, and you know that's bad, right? You know that's bad. Then I look at the tag, and I'm like, my jeans have betrayed me. So while my clothes are betraying me, I can't keep betraying myself. So I got to do better. But I will be back tomorrow about 8 o'clock. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. Thank you. Listen, I look even better when that weight come off, but I'm good. I told you the girl was in the nail shop recording, and I'm like, oh, my goodness, right? But I did try to give her my best looks. I was giving her the... I was trying to make all the mean faces. Where I'm from, we call that mean mugging. I tried. I don't know if she took it serious or not, but I was serious. But I will be back tomorrow at about 8 to 8:30. I send to you all nothing but love and light, and thank you to each and every one of you. Thank you. Good night.